So, just give me a little background information of yourself. Name, stuff like that.
Keone Catian, everybody calls me One. Born and raised on the west side of Oahu. Graduate of the Kamehameha schools. And pretty much life after that.
So, what brought you to California?
School. There's an opportunity actually to either continue my education from high school in Honolulu or see what's out there. And actually there was opportunity, fortunately, through athletics to continue my education on the mainland and kind of jumped at the opportunity to see what actually life is like outside of Hawaii, and I have no regrets.
What flavor you choosing? Grape, chocolate, or licorice?
I've got this feeling, and this feeling is so sincere. I like the way you move your sexy body. I wanna shake it out, so come join me. I see you, baby. What is it, honey? Oh, gorgeous baby. I know we'll be shaking tonight. Yeah, no. I'm gonna change that part. You know that sharing?
Yeah.
What about spending? And we'll be spending the night. What about spending all night or spending the night? I don't want to do sharing.
Yeah, spending the night. Yeah, spending the night.
Spending
together.
the night or spending all night?
Either.
Spending all night
And
together.
we'll be spending all night.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All night.
All night sounds
Either.
better?
Yeah,
Either.
all night sounds better.
Okay.
That's what I was hearing.
Taking you back with me.
Or spending tonight.
Spending on.
Spending one night.
Yeah, ma!
Spending just tonight.
I've got this feeling, feeling is so sincere. I like the way you.
So, who are your musical influences?
Musical influences, you know what? I come from a big family that, music is a big thing in our family. So as far as influences, I would have to say all the music that I grew up to listening to is more on the Hawaiian side. Traditional music, you can name all the greats. That's who I grew up listening to. But music, because it's such a big part of my life, doesn't matter what genre. I can even listen to the heavy stuff. The thing that everybody think is garbage, like, what is that? That's noise. I shouldn't say garbage. People think it's just noise, which is the metal and all of that. But I can listen to it because I can appreciate music like that. So, influences is definitely not my influence, but I can appreciate any genre, any type of music, because it takes a lot to create music.
If you had one group, which group would you say would be your favorite?
Which genre?
How about I give you like three or four genres and just give me your favorite Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, so many good ones. If you were talking about traditional Hawaiian, not solo artists, just groups.
Yeah, group.
I gotta say, wow. I get top 5, but in that top 5 would have to be the Maka Sons of Ni'ihau.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, on the Hawaiian side. Yeah, definitely.
How about reggae musical, island reggae from Hawaii or Hawaiian, I guess.
Brother Walter.
How about reggae music abroad?
Oswald Steel Pulse.
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Old school hip hop, I would have to say, I'll give you an album. It's probably the Chronic from Dr. Dre.
And rock.
Rock. Metallica.
Okay.
The earlier stuff. Into the Sandman days.
Okay. So what do you do for a living outside of One Groove?
Outside of One Groove, that's actually a funny thing, because that's the good thing I like about our group, and stepping away from that question, is that music is our inspiration, and that's what we do actually to soothe the soul. But we all actually carry 9 to 5 jobs. A lot of entertainers that actually tour and travel, everybody pretty much does that. Has the great opportunity to actually do that for a living, or maybe that's all they do is that. It would be awesome if we could actually just do that. But going back to what your question is, we all carry 9 to 5 jobs as well as play music. So my career that actually, outside of music that I have to do is actually I'm a realtor. So I was actually on the lending side, and I'm a realtor, and I work for Castle and Cook.
My woman, my lover, no other, you are the one, the only one. Don't need to stress you, caress you, undress you. God bless you, you are so fine. I'll make you mine. I'm taking you back with me. I'm you're my remedy. Well, I'm taking you back with me. I'm taking you home. Home is where you wanna be. Home is where you wanna be. I'm taking you home.
Besides music, what do you enjoy doing?
Outside of music is actually mainly spending time with my family. I appreciate the times with my family, especially being away from home. That was the number one thing that actually, you appreciate those times that you have with your family. You don't even have to be doing anything, just hanging out. So outside of music, outside of work, I spend as much time as I can with my family.
What was your most memorable moment with One Groove?
I would have to say when we first tracked our first album, all those memories as far as recording, it was a big step for us. Not sure if it's known to the public, but all of us are not trained musicians. There's some of us that actually took up classes, as far as instrumentations or maybe some type of vocals here and there. But for the most part, One Groove consists of everyday brothers that just love to play music and are inspired just by like our upbringing and our influences, and like, hey, we could try to do it. So it's like that's the thing that I like about our group, and the memorable thing about us is that when we first came into recording, it was like, wow, we're actually doing it, and we can do it. So it's possible for anybody who doesn't have the background to actually, doesn't have the background as far as taking up classes or whatnot. You can do it. It just comes from the heart.
Okay. I know that you're like the raga rapper guy with the group. How did you kind of build that kind of, not the voice, but how did you come to be that, like the rapper, the raga kind of guy?
You know what? That's actually a good question. Somehow, I just got kind of put into that situation. I still do singing, but I guess when we started playing, that was one of the things that I actually did with our music, and it became a custom. It's like, you know what, we have singers, hey, but like, why don't you try and add this? And all of a sudden now, every time we had a song, somebody's like, hey, you can write this, or try see if you can actually do this part. And so it just kind of fell upon it, and it's one of our formulas, I guess. We don't rely on it. We have great singers in the band, we have great musicians, but I guess it's just another outlet or another way to express ourselves. Like we can actually do this, we can do that. And I just fell upon it. Everybody's like, oh, that's the guy that does the raga parts. But, I guess I should be thankful that I'm known for something. So I guess that's a good thing.
So fine, I'll make you mine. I'm taking you back with me. I'm you're my remedy. Well, I'm taking you back with me. I'm taking you home. Home is where you wanna be. Home is where you wanna be. I'm taking you home. With me, girl.
And I guess any last words to your friends, family, or people who helped you to get here in your musical career?
You know what? Like I said, I encourage everybody who actually plays music, and if you guys actually write music, it's a gift. It's definitely not something that should be put on the back burner. and you guys have words to say, and people need to hear expressions. And even though if you can put it to a pad and get your music out to people, a lot of people listen, and that's a lot of you get people through tough times, hard times, great times, all of these things that we actually pen. When you express that through music, it's a blessing, it's a gift that should be shared with the world. So I encourage everybody who actually are musicians, writers, whatever, get it out there to the people. As far as support, I appreciate everybody's support for the group One Groove, and every day that we have shows or every night that we have shows, it's greatly appreciated. The masses that we see, we don't see it enough, but there's not a show that goes by that we always come together and I was like, man, you know what, this is awesome what we do, because it shows from the crowd, and it's just I'll always be thankful for that. No matter how long this group goes, we can go forever. If it ended today, the number one thing that stands out is the great appreciation that we have for our fans.
Right on. And that was Keone Catian, lead vocalist / raga rap with One Groove.
All right.